Tell me what you want me to do. Give me guidance. What is the plan? Type me a manifesto. Alright, so we'll just... So if it means I'm gonna have to do some controls and shit. Alright, I can do this. We're gonna sort... The 270s. Mic cable's geeked, then caught on the couch. So right there, this is a 270 that has no intrinsic traits. I will also throw on another 270 that has no actual traits, but I'm going to want to compare it. Alright. When you only have one hand, your other hand is replaced with a tackle. The tackle ain't terrible. Close enough, it does 2 points damage. Basic combo string. Hold up for a pop-up. It's an extender, it's not terrible. It is terrible. Hold back for that spin. While in the air, I can hold down for a drop. And the air combo is like that. Holding forward in the air does that lunging slash. And that's essentially the moveset. Yeah. Right. We're doing exactly 270, right? For basic hits? Yeah, 270 on basics. Which is funny, because that's my weapon attack power. So I guess Saber neutral is just no modifier on it. No percent, no nothing. It's just 100% of what your attack is. While later in the combo chains, you have stronger shit. So I'm going to put another 270 on here. Just one that doesn't have any useful traits. Yeah, that works. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Alright. So now, the hand's replaced with the other weapon. Damn, still doing 270, ain't I? But that's probably because they're both even, like dead even. And it turns into Dynasty Warriors where you can have routes. Alright, 1, 2, 3, So 1, and then the second one's always a pop-up. 1, 2, and the second one is always a knock that bounces. Again, 1's a pop-up. And 3 is usually a spin. If I actually get that to pop, hold on. 1, 2, 3, spin. Yep. 1 pop-up. 2 bounce. Fuck up the 3. 3 spin. Yeah, that's because they're both exact even shit. I can still do the pop-up on demand. And just to give you a little demonstration. Now, the thing, will putting on a stronger weapon mean that hand becomes stronger? So if I were to change this to the, strongest shit I got, let's say this saber right here. No, that has a melee attack power. Trying to find something that doesn't have... Hey, whoa, check it. A skill that specifically boosts a specific option. Whatever Wild Dance is. It specifically boosts Wild Dance. Okay, so this is a 415 Shiki. Will that 415 hand do 415? .270 hand still does 270. Yeah, 415 hand does its whatever. 270 still does 270. So I guess arguably if you're not too concerned about EX damage, any old weapon will still be some bonus damage in the end, though I don't know why I can't just keep hitting this instead. Like, why do I have to use the other hand if it's weaker? I can just keep jamming the same hand over and over again. Like, what's the difference? Besides the average for options and EXs. Then again, EXs do so much goddamn more damage than anything else. It's ridiculous. Like, we see how much damage I'm doing with those regular swings. Let me put Mark II backpack on there. Yeah. Like, I'm doing 270, that's well and dandy, but it's like 7 per swing, and that's gimped. And let's take off that little baby grandpa saber real quick. Up another 200 per. This is a fairly weak melee weapon I have on anyway. The difference is much more pronounced when you have something of a lot higher difference in values. I mean, yeah, having 2 sets of traits does sound like a winner. If you have 2 good weapons that are similar power with 2 sets of traits, that's kind of super nice. I wish there was a thing that gave me a glossary when I hovered over, but there's no such ability. Anything else you need to know as long as we're in here? Oh, someone did ask me a question. I'm going to see if I can answer it real quick. I'm going to throw on Jigen legs. I'm going to remove the crotch emblem. And then we're going to head out to paint. Sure is. And we're going to head to legs. I want to know if the emblem can be painted in any way. What is that? What is that? Oh, down there? Okay. No, looks like you cannot repaint that missing emblem. Which means you can't paint the emblem at all, which means it's probably going to stay yellow no matter what you do. And it's just going to look like a weird missing spot. Bald Sazabi. Perhaps this can jog your memory. Bam. Also, in case anybody cares, we got 50 part slots, or blueprint slots. Yeah, completely different. Yeah, my stick was drifting as I was saving and trying to see how many slots there were, so it just recorded a slightly different angle every time. Kinda nice. I really wish I could just carry this forward. I really like how this turned out. So I see some people wandering in. Is there anything anyone needs or wants to know about the game? Anything you didn't get a chance to test or do when it's up that I can do for you right at this moment? Oh, there's a bunch of stuff that can be removed on a bunch of different things. And it's not always just that little aerial either. It's not always the V-fin either. There's some things that have different things removed. A real goofy example is... hard to find when I'm not alphabetical. Real goofy example is Strike Freedom. Strike Freedom only loses the white V-fin. It keeps that gold secondary one, which feels so weird. Now, conspiracy theorists will tell you that's so they can future-proof Mighty Strike Freedom's Disruptor. Other really weird goofball stuff. Zeta can remove the little nubbies. Little nubbies on Zeta torso. You know, the things that you irrationally hate for some reason, and that's why you can remove them. And something really cursed. You can unbound your dock. I don't know why you'd ever want to, but... And of course the thing I did here, just removing the spike, that makes it like so much better. Seltsum. Well, not every part, just a lot of them. There's plenty of parts that don't do anything. There's nothing on Gym 2 that does anything. There's nothing on Rick Diaz that does anything. Sasabi's got some weird ones. You can remove the power cables on its torso. It does not remove the mega particle though. Oh, also Sasabi arm. You can remove the side thrusters for some reason. Boop. Goodbye. And then Sasabi torso. Say goodbye to the cables. Bunch of neat stuff. Yeah, though not everything has that component. There's plenty of stuff that just does nothing, that has no changes. Like throughout the whole kit even. Like Mark II don't do anything. Also, I found nothing that has a different form. I assume that's for stuff like Unicorn. That opens up. And the boy's back. So even more people wandered in. Anyone have any questions before I shut this down for the night? For real, like the little guard flaps on the shoulder joint of Zeta can be removed. But oddly enough, that very same flap on the Strike Freedom arm I'm using right now cannot. I think Zaku Warrior loses the pipes. Yeah. You get rid of the leg pipes. Same thing with Zaku. Like regular Zaku too. Oh, Sasabi backpack I have on right now. You lose the propellant. That kind of looks better, but it makes it more obvious upside down. Alright, well... if we're content, probably call that a night then. You got what you needed, I hope. If anyone else has any other questions or any other things they want to get checked, hit me up. I'll do this again tomorrow. Until everyone's satisfied. Oh my god, Smiley, I was just about to... There. Okay, so minus movement speed. That's all of them. You got anything else, Smiley? Do you want to see what each part intrinsically has? Like how head parts always reaction speed and HP? Or body parts is always your resistance, HP, and thruster? Okay. I'm happy I can help you with that, at least. Fair, especially since we have no signs of orange abilities or intrinsic abilities, which doesn't make any sense. Like, they gotta bring them back. Otherwise, there's some roster picks that are just dead, that make no sense. And it makes sense for a design purpose, but not like a game purpose. Like those orange passives were big, having phase shift, having movable frame, having photon battery, stuff like that. Doesn't make sense not to have them. And it makes it kind of hard to objectively rate a part, too. Because, like, if the stats are all the same and only based on level, and the traits are all completely batshit random, there's no real value on one part over another, except for its EXs and options. And if they give us the ability to swap those around freely, which I hope they don't actually do, then there's no worth over anything else, which New Gundam Breaker tried to do and failed pretty bad at. They had like 3 different stat lines for all their parts. And it was not great. They really did rely on that frame system for everything. Also, we saw Strike Freedom Backpack on stream. It's absolutely missing burst ability, because it's supposed to have full burst. It's gonna be hard to write reviews on kits when they all do the same thing, or they all do random things. I'd just have to start rating EXs and options. It's the beam saber combo. It goes swap, wop, wop, wop. Yeah, pretty much. And if a kit doesn't come with skills, then... Or if a kit comes with skills that already exist... Now, if kit came with oranges, you know... Phase shift, nanolaminate, movable frame, shit like that... That'd be something. That'd be rateable. Absolutely. A unique passive that only that part type can have, and it makes you chase it so you can try to put it onto other parts. Oh, we crossed right over midnight. Okay. Oh, you mean like Wild Dance? That was on a Shiki Saber, right? Yeah, attack powered Wild Dance, level 5. That's interesting. I mean, there might be some skills that also affect EXs specifically. I haven't seen any. Oh, inherent EX? Yeah, I don't know. I assume an EX that came on the part and did not get transferred over. Or if they're not transferable, then it's not one of those inherited hollow parts. But you know, you get the holographic version of it when you use it. Mastered, whatever you want to call it. I assume that's what that means. I don't even know what qualifies as a special type option. Maybe wire? I don't know. Yeah, and you might even get like a really, really great trait on a weapon that is for the opposite hand in a completely different weapon type. Like, you'll have to try to transfer that forward onto something more appropriate. I was not a fan. I was not a fan of Merge for a number of reasons. I think it did a well enough job, raising the power of a part. But when you have to use Merge a million times to get a high power version of a part for aesthetics, and then you decide it doesn't quite work in the build anymore and you have to make a second one, that's just too far. We're not getting skins back, and that breaks my heart, but I guess the hollow parts are compromised. It's just too much. I did not care for it in 3. Really, really wish we just got skins back. We will carry it as far as we can. It's gonna be a mess. I lost my mind just trying to get all the parts, let alone viable versions of them. And I still might secretly have missed Strike Freedom Sabers if they were different than Justice, which I can't verify or not. Yeah, I mean, we have evidence that melee exists, so that's something. We gotta, we got somewhere something that says melee parts. I got it in the server somewhere. It says like anything can be dual wielded with the exception of greatsword and melee, quote unquote. Those have to be two-handed. Oh hey, there's also evidence of melee existing. Melee has to be what they mean by modules. Huh, greatsword can't perform ground break. You need a light weapon, quote unquote. That's interesting. I guess whips won't be able to either. Yeah, that's all they got there. Shooting mode. Does not automatically aim at enemies like lock-on. You control manually. You can't execute close-range attacks, but long-range attacks will be more powerful. We've already proofed that one out. I wonder if you use aiming mode, if if Gushin Rebake's head enters aiming mode. I mean, they did that back in Breaker 3, so I assume so. Alright, yeah, it's... Oh my god, what? Yes, it increased range attack damage. Which, so far, as we see, is, Oh, yo, John Willis. I cannot wait for the modules, too. Yeah, it's like 13-15%. Weapon skills? What do you mean by weapon skills? You mean that thing that says weapon skill when you look at a weapon? Like, for example, weapon skill axe? That is just telling you what the moveset is. Now, that's just telling you what the moveset is. For example, axes are axe, Gerber straights are katanas, regular beam sabers are sabers, but the Gyan saber is listed as a fencing saber somewhere on this list. Bear with me. Oh, that kind of skill? Oh, that's simple. You just hold it down for guns. Yeah. That means it's a grenade launcher type, meaning it's going to have a rifle shot normal and a grenade launcher as its charge. Meanwhile, something like rifle has a rifle shot as normal and a charge shot as its charge. Tap rifle. Machine gun has its normal attack, and then rifle is just tapping it. Holding it down as a machine gun, though. It just informs you what the moveset is. High-speed rifle is a burst fire that can charge up to a faster burst fire. Sazabi beam shot rifle is a shotgun. New rifle is high-speed slash grenade launcher. So you know the regular shot is a burst fire, like Boundock, but you can hold for the grenade launcher. Yeah, it just tells you what it is. Spread shot carbine, so you can shotgun or you can hold it for a cluster shot. They're not skills per se. It does say skill, but I feel like that's going to deceive some people. Now, there is an actual EX skill on the Freedom Rifles, but that requires you to actually have them both equipped. It does not explain it very well on this screen, but when you go to use it, it'll say that you need both of them. And it's the one where Freedom combines both its rifles for one single shot, which in this case is just a Jirobi with some pretty decent long range. The Jirobi on what? Just like the hold down? Like it and Shiki rifle have? Rifle beam style? No, nowhere close. Hey, McLeod. EXs are just a whole nother breed of damage. But they're still nice. Yeah, we'll do a quick little sciencey experiment. So this is a level 1 Shiki rifle that should do nothing to increase its own damage. And then in the other hand, we'll put a Strike Freedom rifle. that also has nothing to increase its own damage. Except this is level 5. So 135 compared to 426. Kind of curious if 125 is going to do 125. Nah, it does 90. Of course, the stronger one does 314. And being a higher rarity, the Strike Freedom one has a higher capacity, so it's actually lasting longer, which does help with overall damage. I think Shiki's rarity like 3, while the Freedom's rarity 1. Okay. It has the Jirobi as its charge attack by holding the trigger. But if you equip both of these goobers, Jesus Christ, we're not going to play this game. Where's alphabetical? There we go. If you equip both of those goobers, you then get access to long-range beam rifle EX. That requires, as you see requirements right there, both of them. We're going to hide the shield momentarily just because it's going to get in the way of seeing this. Now both rifles can still Jirobi on their own. There's no problems at all. And the higher rarity one is going to last longer because it has a higher capacity. But you also now get access to that dude, which can be channeled like most Jirobis. Takes up more gauge, lasts longer. Specifically, 2 gauge for just a basic. Or I can hold it and have it eat 2 additional, or 1.1 additional gauges for additional time. It's a nice bonus for using both of them. Not quite as good as Twin Buster, but it's there. The skills that I know of that require 2 parts, so far we have that. We have the tackle ability off of Zaku Warrior, needs both Zaku arms. There is G-Self Perfect's Torque Punch, which requires both of its arms. And then there's Twin Buster Rifle, which requires, both Buster Rifles. You get Rolling Buster. Now, it's great that you unlock a special thing for using them both. But if it's a weapon-based skill like that, you're going to have to deal with having the average of those 2 weapons to inform the ability. So you're going to need 2 really good versions of them to, really perform. My Twin Buster, Rolling Buster, hit like a wet fucking noodle during that whole beta. Because one of them was, level 1 and the other one was level 17 or some shit. Let's restart the boy. I'm happy you guys showed up. All ya. Vins, John Willis, Code Seekers here, I like that. McLeod's always happy to help. You guys are great, thank you. Anything else you guys want to see why I'm still, here? Sky's the limit until it shuts off. Yeah, but We're going to be there helping every step of the way. You know that. If there's anything you can rely on us for, Smiley, it's going to be information and just helping you get through it. We build this as a community, as we always do. Sure. In that case, I will still keep this open. That way I'll be able to answer whatever questions I can to help you. For now, though, we will, we will just call it. Been on for a good hour. It's been a good little run of this test and stuff. And it's already getting closer to 1 a.m. than I'd like. And take care of you. Take care of each other. Be excellent. Sai, the open network test is in fact over, but I'm still able to answer any questions or test anything specific that you guys might want. I'll probably do this again tomorrow. Please feel free to leave any kind of questions or comments or anything you want to see from the game. And when I come back to it, I'll try to answer those questions, test that stuff out, get us what we need to figure out. Peace.